Okay, we're going.
Okay, so now we're going to work on Chris and tell what's a little bit about what's going on with you, if you are okay with that.
I have a lot of different issues, but the major issue is that I have third stage non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Okay, so do you PSA numbers or?
I don't remember the
You don't know,
PSA.
doesn't matter.
No.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at things a little bit here. Put your arms out.
Mm-hmm.
Put your arms out. Oh God, were you ever hit as a kid? Do you mind if I reveal personal stuff?
Yeah, I was hit.
You were hit as a
several
kid?
times by different people.
Okay, I'm seeing all that right now. All right, so
Yeah.
that's what's going on. All right, so you were hit as a child. Oof. Oh boy. And oh boy. In the back and in the front, I mean like a lot, in the legs. Were you hit everywhere? Were you hit in the back or butt? Or what's up with the hitting?
Well, there's been a number of things. I got into a lot of fights when I was a kid.
Okay.
So, yeah, it would have been punches and stuff. Like one guy, for instance, punched me right in the stomach when I wasn't even expecting it. Man, did that hurt. That was in junior high school. So.
But I'm talking about like, why on your back? What happened in your back? Were you ever hit hard on the, I almost said like by a Mack truck, but it was like you had a big hit.
Well, not as a child, but more recently I've
Okay.
had a whiplash and things like that from being rear-ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
That
you were
was
hit. Okay.
That was about a decade ago or something.
Okay. Who hit you?
Just another car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But the back, was your back messed up? I'm
I
wondering
had to
about
go
your
to a
back.
chiropractor. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And the
All right.
shoulders too, especially.
Okay. Did you ever get hit in the throat? Right here.
No, not to my knowledge.
Anybody ever punch you in the throat?
If they did, I don't recall.
Was there a project that you were working on and somebody, you didn't speak up about it? There was something you didn't speak up about?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
What
actually.
is that about? What is that about?
Boy, I could go through, if we have an hour
Well,
here.
let's go through a
So,
couple of them. I need to know what that is.
just like one time, I did speak my truth
Mhm.
about my employer, and I told him I was quitting, and he smacked me in the jaw.
Okay, so you got smacked in the jaw, not in the
Yeah.
throat, but in the jaw. Okay.
Yeah. No, but
What do
see
you
that.
mean he hit you in the, why did he hit you in the?
He was cheating on his girlfriend and wanted me to sleep out in the car. While we were
Okay.
in a motel area and stuff like this.
All right, let me just go around here. I'm going to turn you around.
Sure.
So I'm going to start doing this as I go through things.
Mm-hmm.
So I hold my hand like this, like I have my hand here. The front hand has energy coming out. There's something coming out of this hand. And the back hand will stop the energy from going just through his neck and then going out to the ethers. The back hand contains it and localizes the throat. Okay, so I'm getting on the bottom of my hand down here is like I start getting a twinging sound. So go through other historical things about your voice, about not speaking up or whatever.
Well, I've always thought I had a pretty weak voice, mild voice, not really an assertive voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like in loud situations, I would, like bars and things like that, it would be, I'd have something to say, but, people wouldn't be able to hear me.
So did your mom tell you to be quiet? Was your mom boisterous or louder? Or?
No, she was the opposite. It was my father.
It was your dad,
He was
okay.
Really loud, yeah.
And was he, I don't know if he was abusive. Was he verbally abusive?
Verbally.
He was verbally abusive,
Yeah.
okay. And so would he be like, talk up, son, or was he ever that way, kind of abusive? Or were you did you shrink because he was so loud?
Well, he went through a period where he was an alcoholic.
Okay.
And there were moments where I thought, he was going to get violent with my mom. He never did, but, there are those
On the
moments
verge of it.
when I was like, 16 or 14, something.
And do you have two other siblings?
I have 4 other siblings.
4 other siblings. Yeah. Okay, wow. Okay. And I mean, kids fight, so I'm not going to go, kids argue or whatever.
Yeah.
But was there one of your siblings that was more of a bully than another one that your dad kind of praised or something along those lines?
In a way, yeah.
Like your voice wasn't as loud as his other sibling's voice was, and it's like, why can't you be like Johnny? Kind of a comparison.
Yeah, there was that going on with my brother.
Tell me about that.
Goes way back. I have to go back into my memory for that. He did better in class, not by much, but he would get A pluses and I would get like B pluses and things like that. And there was always kind of like a feeling of rivalry between us.
Would your dad use that against you?
At the time, I didn't even suspect that. I wouldn't say he used it against me.
I'll give you an example. Like my dad would say to me, "Oh, you're jealous of your sister," and I would be like, "No, I'm not at all." I mean, or he would say that to her to cause like a sibling rivalry or something like. And neither one of us felt that way. It was
I guess
weird.
It was kind of just implied that I was either not as smart as my brother or.
Lift up your arms. So I'm going to go up underneath in your. I want to go and go ahead. How was it implied about you not being as smart? Like why, what was said about that? Okay, what is this right here?
Mm-hmm.
What is that right here?
That could be the lymph.
Is that a lymph?
Area, yeah.
Okay, because I
don't know.
feel it. I'm not feeling it here, but I'm feeling it right here.
Mm.
I'm going to leave that there for a minute.
Okay.
All right, and so give me another example of that. With the
brother and the
yeah,
father.
yeah. Was your dad a big guy?
No.
Who was the big? Okay, I'm feeling something right here too.
Uh-huh.
What is this over here? Do you know anything about this? I just felt it for a moment.
The rib cage, heart area.
Right here.
Uh-huh. I've had a lot of wounds over the years.
Okay.
Nothing like deep or anything like that. Just a lot of surface wounds and hits. I was hit in the head a couple of times. That kind of thing.
I want to do your spinal column. Hold on, I want to do your brain. Step up here. So tell me more about the speaking. When you had to keep your voice, when your voice was quieted or whatever it was I originally asked you.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, I think partially because I wasn't as smart as my younger brother, that I felt like intimidated and not necessarily always willing to speak my truth. And sometimes I would get, belted or whipped or something like that, with a belt or, And
you did get belted.
Yeah.
Okay, because I asked you about that, getting hit in the back. Were you back or on your butt? Were you hit?
It wasn't
That's
the
the
back.
hitting.
It was the butt. Yeah.
Okay, I asked you that earlier. Okay,
Well,
that's what I needed to know. Okay.
Yeah.
All
It was
right.
never the back though.
It wasn't on the back. Where was
No.
it? Was your butt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I fell down skating and that hurt my tailbone, but that.
No, I needed to know about the hitting.
Yeah.
That's what I needed to know when I first asked you.
Yeah.
And then, okay, hold on. Hang on. Kidneys. I don't know if anything's going on with your kidneys or not, but I'm not feeling anything.
Good.
Is there anything you know about in your kidneys? Or?
Nope, they're
Okay,
relatively
good. Yeah,
healthy.
I'm not feeling a thing in your kidneys.
Mhm.
Nothing.
That's good.
Nothing. Let me go up under here again.
Mhm.
It's almost like I want to keep my hands here.
Well, I've been experiencing shoulder pain in this left arm.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It started about 2 weeks ago,
All right.
and it's been present on and off, that kind of a thing.
Okay. So the 3 projects ago that you worked on that was supposed to go and it didn't go, what happened? 3 projects ago, the Love of Your Life project, is something to do with the third one. That something happened, it was supposed to go, but it didn't get done, or something didn't, I don't know what, it's number 3.
Boy, I'm trying to think. Well, I worked on a film for about 2 years, and the producer ran out of money, but that kind of thing happens. I don't know if that's
2 years. Did you work on it a year before the 2 years, or what was the name of the project? You worked on it a year.
The Foolishness of God. It was
Okay.
about Archbishop Desmond Tutu.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And okay, hold on. It's like a mixed bag. I got to tell you, you're a mixed bag.
That makes sense.
Does it? Why?
Well, like I've been knocked around both emotionally and physically over the years. You know.
Yeah. Well, you're doing the knocking around yourself where everybody left off. Were you isolating yourself a lot?
Yeah.
You were? Okay. So when you started isolating yourself is when, because nobody was there to knock you around, you started internally knocking yourself around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And so all this is you knocking you around. This is where all this is coming from.
Right.
And the way to override all of this is, where's that project now? What happened to the Desmond Tutu project?
It still hasn't been released.
Did you have the footage of it?
No, it's owned by the producer.
And so can you possibly, like, what's going on with that?
Well, I've released it. I don't know what's going to happen to it. There's other projects, but that's kind of common because I work with a lot of first-time independent producers that run out of money.
Okay, but that's kind of like the same thing that you grew
It's
up
a pattern.
in. It's a total pattern.
Yeah.
This is a total flipping pattern.
Right.
So instead of you getting the external run out of money, you're doing an internal run out of money, an internal run out of energy, run out of, like, you're depleting yourself, but it all came stemming from your thoughts because you started isolating yourself. That's exactly what's going on with all of this.
Yeah.
And this is giving you something to do that normally you would be able to focus it on a project and stuff, but you are your project right now. But the problem is you become so isolated with this project and it's not good, and you've got to start getting back out there again.
Yeah.
You must, you have to override all this stuff.
Yeah, I really feel that too. I'm just carrying around this unnecessary stuff, and I've been doing a lot of practicing of forgiveness to myself.
Yeah.
But there's always layers, right?
There's a lady I just saw tonight who does tuning of the organs, and her name is Jessica. I would highly recommend you go see her.
Okay.
She's amazing. She worked on my stomach. It's all in your stomach. She does. It's Chinese.
Right.
Kind of. It's amazing.
Right.
Like amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm seeing? Like, I know you're telling me that this is third stage and all this sort of stuff. But you've got. How do you feel?
I feel better, but I still feel I've got like a number of different minor conditions in addition to the lymphoma.
Like what?
Well, since you're on the back, I've been having this weird tingling sensation on the right part of my back, and it comes and goes, and actually it's
Down here?
a little up further.
Okay. Did I ask you if you got hit in the back?
You got to ask me if I got hit in the back, but this wasn't precipitated by any recent hit, and I have no idea. I'm not thinking of other than a car accident where I was rear-ended, I'm not thinking about any type of impact from the rear.
God, it's so wild. Like, I completely see you overcoming all this, and you've got to get into your stuff. You've got to get into your projects.
Yeah.
You've got to, and you've got to get out of the isolation, because you literally have stepped in where your family left off. You totally have mentally. With beating yourself up. I know this sounds so simplistic for such a quote-unquote prognosis, but this is like what.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm not seeing like some sort of, this is,
Yeah.
And the voice situation.
Yeah.
You've got to put a voice to things.
I know, I've been working on it like I'm doing right now, is get deeper and coming more from my truth and breathing properly.
So this is not the first time you've heard all this about the voice and the voice.
Oh no, this is carried with me for many years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to say to you is we're going to do this again tomorrow, but I want you between tonight and tomorrow, I want you to come up with 3 projects. I don't care how small they are, even like doing this tonight.
Oh, I have 3. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to talk about it tomorrow when I'm hovering my hands over you. We're going to talk about your projects and what actions you're going to take before you leave. What actions you're going to start taking on these 3 projects.
Okay.
But when we do this again tomorrow, we're going to pick up and we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about what actions you're going to start taking. That's what's going to override all of this stuff.
Good.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done because I'm not feeling any other kind of thing coming out at the moment. I'm not at the moment. Not at all, actually. I'm good.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
Yay.